Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. I want to ask the cards, is Catherine on social media? Yes, we do see the Kensington Palace tweets and Instagram and whatnot. And once in a while, you'll see like William does a response or Catherine does a response. But I think what that is they instruct the social media manager what to say and on their behalf. um she puts up her little videos and some people are like, oh, some people like them and some people don't. Well, that's her artistic expression, is doing those. That's a creative outlet for her. That's her artistic expression. And some people like it and some people don't, just like all art. Some people like country music, some people don't. Some people like rock and roll, some people don't. um and some people like um, watercolors and other people like oils. And I think it's the same. It's her artistic expression, and some people like that moody kind of poetic, uh, visual representation of how you're feeling. And other people don't. They think it's cheesy or whatever, and that's just what art is about. I don't think it's anything other than Catherine expressing her her feelings through her art and creation. All right, but is she on social media? Is she on social media? Personally, I don't think she is. I think she may have had some kind of PTSD from being on social media when the sugars went after her and after her present, after her that photo, and then remember she did that apology. Um, then we haven't heard much from her since then. And then she just expresses herself through her art, through these I don't know, what do you call the montage, I guess. These recordings that she does, these voiceovers and with beautiful drone shots and whatnot. Is Catherine on social media? The Fool, I think no, I think she's walked away from it. I think she's walked away from it. I think you know what I'm hearing right here? Ke- um keep your face to the sun or something and you never see the shadows, or keep your face up and you'll never see the shadows. Or I think she is. I think she has walked away from social media, and she does her own thing. Like, that's her art. The Fool card is a perfect example of art. Seven of Pentacles. I think it's because she's working on other things. And this is earth sign, so she's working on actual tangible things. I don't think William lets her. I think William is the one who's in charge of the social media. William monitors it for her. I don't think she's on social media, thank God, right? I think she's working on her other projects, she's working on her charities. She's working on being a good mom. She works on, she's focused on other things. And I think William is in control of all the social media. Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. That's interesting because as an Earth person, as a Capricorn, I think she's just kind of working on tangible things. I wouldn't be surprised if she did get into some kind of um, asset, um, I don't know, like commodities, like buying and selling gold, or, that's, as an earth person, she would do fabulous with commodities that way, buying and selling gold. Um, I think she's looking at the end point, where does she want to be with retirement? uh, like I think a lot of Earth people, they don't care for internet at all, because you have to remember, internet is air, and air and Earth, they never mix, right? If air is below Earth, we call that a cave, and the earth and the air is trapped. But Earth, you throw it up in the air, it comes right back down. You think of a volcano, right? Throws its stuff and it comes right back down. Earth and air sit on top of one another, and they don't mix. And the internet is air. Uh, I think that she's looking at, and also Earth people look at the long, long term, long form. I think she's just working on getting her assets together. I think she's also looking at one day she has to raise a king. You think from, I know he's a water sign, but I think she's looking at, well, I'm raising the next king. And look at that, even goes in with the Seven of Pentacles. No, she's not. She's not on social media at all. And she has um, she doesn't even want to be on social media. No, absolutely not. And I can't see her being on it in the long term. She is focused on raising the next king, and that includes her husband. Supporting her husband, who's going to be the next king, and supporting her son, who's going to be the king after that. And that's what she's focused on. She's focused on that long term. And plus, I think that William won't let her. Here she is leaving social media. Look at that. There she is leaving social media for the from the rough seas to the calm waters. What did I tell you? Social media is air. Swords are air. Swords are words. Social media is words, videos, whatnot. There she is leaving social media. The struggle and the burden, and the burden, and defending herself. Yeah, it's a real burden to defend herself. I would say this is, she gets she gets a lot of flack from the sugars, and I think they're a real burden to her, and she always has to defend herself. Remember, they can't defend themselves. They have to take the high road, and that's also taking the high road. Um, take the high road and defend yourself. Um, so she's in defense actually by not being on social media. But no, she, unlike Meghan, she doesn't have 13 anonymous accounts on X. She doesn't have bots. It's really difficult for her to be on social media, and so she's not. She's focusing on what she has control on. She's focusing on what she has control on, and her long-term plans to support the next king and the king that's on the way behind that king. That's all she's concerned about. Well, of course, Charlotte and Louis as well, but she just doesn't have time for social media. She's walked away from it. We've got two cards here showing she's walked away from it. And I think that with, I think William is in control of that. Oh, you have to remember, William's trained MI5, MI6. So that's where all his buddies are. So they're watching that. All right. Good for her. That's too bad, though. I wish she would be watching some of our nice videos about her and William, and but we have some that maybe she wouldn't want to see either. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.